After the launch of the AYN Odin, which has been a successful Android handheld device, AYN decided to go ahead and release a Windows handheld, codenamed the Loki. Now, Loki will be, as I said, Windows based, and it will be running on the Alder Lake U Intel CPU, and there will also be a AMD Medocino version, and these are for the Loki Mini. And we're going to talk about the regular Loki and the Loki Max as well. When it comes on to design though, the Loki is porting the same design as the Odin. We have those analog triggers on the back, the face button A, B, X, Y, dual analog triggers, a nice D-pad. The bumper buttons are pretty nice as well, with a 6-inch 1080p screen. Now, I was very excited about the AMD Medocino chipset, but I have been reading a few articles this week, and it's stating that the Medocino chipset is performing way worse than the chipset that is in the Steam Deck. So it really has me wondering, like, what kind of performance can we really expect from this AMD Medocino chipset? It is a brand new chipset that is coming in 2022, and it will be in a few different handhelds from AYN and Aya as well, I think. But I think the real sweet spot would be that Alder Lake U CPU with a 45 watt battery. So design wise, I think this device is going to be pretty nice. The cooling of the chipset should be really good, based on what I've seen AYN done with the Odin. And the devices are coming with Wi-Fi 6, so streaming is going to be very nice on this. So for example, on PC you can stream with Game Pass, you have GeForce Now, Google Stadia, and we also have Amazon Luna. So you'll be able to take advantage of all of those streaming platforms. Also, you'll be able to emulate a lot of games on this device, which I'm very excited for. I think emulation on this is going to be pretty nice. I think you'll be able to play everything up to PlayStation 2 pretty easily. So I think PS2 performance is going to be a breeze on this device. I definitely would love to own one of these, and for the price point of $300, like from $235 to $300, it's not a bad asking price. So I'm very interested to see what performance is going to be like for each of these devices when they launch. Hopefully the performance will be good and better than what we've been getting with like the Steam Deck. I know the higher end model, the Loki and the Loki Max, will offer better performance than the Steam Deck. However, I was really hoping that with this Medocino chipset that it will provide at least similar or on par performance to the Steam Deck, but it seems like that's not going to be the case. So we know what the Odin looked like, and we know the design, and this is going to be pretty similar. It has me thinking though what AYN has planned for the future. So I'm thinking, are they going to have a Odin 2 or a Odin Pro Plus? I think that is definitely something I would like to see. This is not a video about the Odin, but I just want to see like what they have planned for the future. We know they started out on Android, so hopefully they will keep making Android handhelds. So this is a few specs, and all this information is linked on their website, ayntech.com. So for the Intel processor, we have a Alder Lake Pentium 8500, and this seems to be a good chipset from what I can tell. I was very excited about the RDNA 2 GPU in the Medocino chipset, so we'll see what performance we're going to be able to get from that. Hopefully it will be good enough for emulation and some light PC gaming. Like, I would love if I could play most PC games on this at 720p with medium settings, or 720p with low settings, and I'd love for them to include some software features like what Valve did with the Steam Deck, where they took advantage of FSR. Let's go over to Loki Max. I'm just going to scroll through this page and y'all can read through the specifications. But like we said, the design is going to be very similar. And one thing that I do like is that these devices are being shipped with a SSD on board, so no eMMC here. And I think that is very, very good. The other thing I was curious about, I wonder if the super dock that they have for the AYN Odin, if it's going to work with the Loki, or if they're going to redesign the dock and make a new dock for the Loki, and that will also work on the Odin. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but I definitely think some kind of dock support is coming to the Loki. So far I can say that this is the best design I've seen for any handheld, Windows or Android. This is hands down the best design. Now this design has been replicated by AYN, and they're coming out with the AYN Neo Air, which is also going to be a very, very good device, and for the price that they're asking for that, it's pretty much on par with this, and in some cases it's better than what you're getting with the Loki. So I'd say if you're interested, you can go over to AYN's page or come and check out the AYN page and pick the device that you think would be best suited for you. Now off the bat, I think it's too early for me to give a judgment and say you should go with one or the other. I think we're just gonna have to wait for real world performance and see how software optimization plays a factor into these handhelds. Now with the Loki, they are going to be promoting Linux software on this, so you can use Ubuntu and maybe other Linux front ends on the AYN Loki. So both devices from AYN and AYN will be able to dual boot into Windows and Linux. However, with the AYN, they have a front end on Windows that is called AYN Space. It offers a similar layout to what we have on the Steam Deck. So I'm very excited about that, and hopefully both devices from each company will be a success, because I think competition is very good. And because competition is heating up in this market, we're getting a lot of good devices now at a relatively low cost. So the cost of entry for a Windows handheld used to be at least $500-600. Now with the AYN devices and the AYN devices, you can start in at $250-300. And I just want these devices to at least do very good in emulation and play like older PC games at like full graphical fidelity. You know, I'm talking games from like 2010 and below. They can play most of those games at like a good 720p with medium graphics, or 1080p medium for those older games. And for newer games, if they can get like 720p with medium or low presets, that would be good. And I hope that FSR will be implemented on these AMD chipset. So let me know what you think, guys. Are you excited for the AYN Loki, and are you excited for the AYN Air? I'm very excited for both devices, and I can't wait to see what else we're going to get in the handheld space on Windows and on Android. So give the video a like if you like it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, and if you enjoy my video, please go ahead, consider subscribing. And until then, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.